All righty, ladies and gentlemen. When you thought that the well was going to go dry when it comes to us farming the ever-living hell out of Gacha Smack, his dog shit takes, his dog shit behavior, and of course, his sea of contradictions that we have been exposing on every single stream this entire week, it's safe to say that Gacha Smack has tapped out. He has given up. He has pussied out. And the main thing is, he's out of this fight. Because he's made a post over here a day ago. He's on vacation right now. And he's talking about what he's going to do when he comes back. Yo, I'm off to celebrate a close friend's marriage for vacay. I might try and squeeze one last stream in tonight if I have time. But if not, I'll see you guys when I get back. I'll be gone for a whole week. When he comes back, Wuwa 3.3 NTE launch, 1.2 Enfield story second half, and starting Final Fantasy 16 in May. Much love, guys. And this is the reality of the situation over here. Gacha Smack is an individual who's already committed to a drama with me. He's the one that decided to start it, and he's the one that's already publicly said that he wants to keep it going. And this is all the proof you need right over here, ladies and gentlemen. Bro sounds giga confident as he goes through this breakdown. Let's give this a bit of a listen.
Farming drama ain't nothing to be fucking bragging home about. I excel at this shit.
Why'd you run away then? Why'd you pussy out? Why you done?
I can farm this nigga for another 3 hours if I want.
Do it.
To. I don't because I choose not to go that path.
But this is the thing. Gacha Smack over here, right, is already grandstanding about how he's above drama, despite his 2 streams on me being his literal most popular content, bro. Gacha Smack out here grandstanding about drama when his 2 streams on me that are entirely just drama are the most popular streams he's ever done in like the past like 3-4 months. I have no idea. Right? I have no fucking idea. He's already committed to it. But listen to what he has to say over here.
But make no mistake, if little bro thinks he can outfarm the drama over me, you got another thing coming, nigga.
If little bro thinks he can outfarm the drama over me, he's got another thing coming. And this is what Smack said he's gonna do. Listen to this.
75 videos on the internet about your ass. You think I ain't seen that Too Who goddamn documentary on your ass, bro?
He's talking about Too Who Sniper.
2 hours long.
The Gacha God.
You think I ain't seen the backlog on Skull CJ's VODs, nigga?
He committed to watching all the Skull CJ's VODs.
You better pipe this shit down, brother, while we're ahead.
Now he's out here threatening me. Saint, if you don't back out of this drama right now and let me take the W, and if you don't stop talking about me, I'm gonna watch Too Who Sniper's videos, and I'm gonna watch Skull CJ's VODs.
I'm a farming motherfucker if I want to be, bro. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it. Do not take my kindness for weakness, nigga. I will shit on your ass.
Isn't this a wild thing to say when you pussy out? Isn't this a wild thing to say, to commit to, that you're gonna farm my ass, right? That if I dare respond to you, bro, that you're gonna be out here, you're gonna be watching 2-hour VODs, you're gonna be watching Skull CJ's backlog, you're gonna be doing all of this shit. If I dare respond to you, if I don't back down, if I take your kindness for weakness. Gacha Smack, you are weak, brother. You have just confirmed that your kindness over here wasn't real. You have just confirmed this entire time, Gacha Smack, that this kindness that you're trying to represent, it was just weakness the whole fucking time. Because Gacha Smack, this is what I've decided to do afterwards, brother. This is what I have decided to do. I am uploading video after video about you, one after another. I've got another one planned out for today's release. That is going to be happening. That's going to be the 5th one. And this is going to make it the 6th. I will be farming you. And the amount of revenue I will have made from both my streams and my YouTube videos, Gacha Smack, it is exceeding $1,000. You alone, me talking about your dog shit takes, me talking about you doxing me because you don't know what the definition of doxing is, me talking about your grifting, me talking about all this shit, pointing out all your hypocrisies, bro, is getting close to, if not, it's going to be over $1,000 by the time that this shit releases on YouTube. I have out-farmed you. I am farming you like fucking crazy. So where it at, though? Where it at, though, Smack? Where it at? Every single live stream this week, you can check it out on my Twitch. Twitch.tv/SaintToneTast. You can check it out over there. Every Twitch stream this week. Every stream on YouTube and Twitch too. And Kick. They've all been about you.
Do not take my kindness for weakness, nigga. I will shit on your ass.
Where it at, though? Why you running? Smack, why you running then? Why am I not on the itinerary? Smack, why you take me off the itinerary? What happened? How did so much change in just 5 days? Why aren't you going to address your grifting? Why aren't you going to address your hypocritical takes? Why aren't you going to address the doxing? Where it at, bro? Why you backing off? Why you backing off, brother? This ain't a good look. He currently looks like the most bitch-made creator in the space to commit to this much, saying he's gonna do all of this, watch 2 sniper videos, all of that, and then just back off within 5 days? Come on, what's happening here?
I be giving you grace all the time, little bro. Okay.
Oh, he giving me grace right now for sure by confirming he the biggest pussy in the space.
Okay, Lord Farquaad over here, bro. I be giving your ass a lot of leeway, bro. All right.
Yeah, so much leeway that you just backed off completely.
You be getting on that high horse. It's a
Why would I be? You just pussied out.
that's a tall task too, right? You be getting on that high horse.
Oh yeah?
And I know it's a tall task, but I'm here to remind.
Bro, this dude out here talking about my height when he has literally the worst dental job in gacha history. Bro, you out here, bro. Just like, let's get a good freeze frame over here. Since, you know, he do be making fun of my physical characteristics at this point in time. This is the perfect time for us to get a good shot of those choppers, bro. Let's look at it. That looks like a W. That's supposed to be straight. Why'd that look like a W? Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't be out here talking about nobody's physical characteristics when, bro, you look like some motherfucker out of Lord of the Rings. Straight up. Like, you look like you got summoned by Saruman. What are we doing here? Work. Chieftain! For the Horde! What are we doing here, man? Anyways, you see Smack, right? He talking all this good shit at the moment. Surprisingly so. I'm surprised he's able to enunciate through choppers like that.
But I'm here to remind you, little bro. I be sunning your ass every time.
Why'd you run away then?
I'm 4-0.
Why'd you give up then? Wait, if you undefeated and you got this incredible record, why you giving up then?
I'm 4-0 over here, bro. Do we gotta make it 5-0, dog? Like, dog.
Now he's like self-affirming to himself that he won. But Gacha Smack, you giving up and you running away. You giving up and you running away, and I'm still farming you. I'm on video number 6, and I'm gonna keep farming you. Cause Smack, this is the thing. You've decided to employ the tactic over here of, well, let's just be honest. It's the Jetazad tactic. It's the Mr. Pokey tactic. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna pretend Saint doesn't exist, but in reality, Saint will become the equivalent of my digital father, where he'll be able to farm video after video after video about me, hold me accountable for every dog shit take that I make from this moment until the end of fucking time. And that's the reality of it. You have turned and solidified yourself into one of my ops. And brother, don't worry, I've got no issue with having ops because my ops turn into free money for me. And I think Smack is kind of the mindset right now that if he just packs up his toys and leaves the sandbox, that maybe I'll back off. But when you're on the record talking this much fucking shit, and when you're on the record being this confident in how you're gonna respond to the drama, seeing you back off like this much of a bitch-made little boy, oh brother, that's something that I'm gonna farm too. So now let me go ahead and introduce you to the narrative, right? That Smack is going to have from here on out, right? You can actually tell in this stream that he made only 4 days ago that he's already in the process of backing off. Listen to this garbage over here, because this is the narrative he's going to have. We're just going to dispel it immediately.
Woo anniversary event. Dude, I shit you not, though, chat. I contemplated, like, literally never talking about the guy again. Just, like,
I wonder why.
Straight up, just continuing on, because I'm too employed to care about this. If I'm being honest,
You were too employed to care about it now, but then back then, you was committed to watching 2-hour Tuhu videos. Committed to watching Skull CJ's entire discography about me. But now you're too employed to care? Wait. So was you just talking a bunch of bullshit? Oh, so this means in this segment, this stream over here where you was talking all that good shit, you were just bullshitting. You weren't serious. This is the most performative motherfucker in the space. Imagine talking all that shit, committing to so much.
If Saint dares to try and farm me, I'm gonna go ahead and farm him back. There's so much stuff I'm going to do. I'm 4-0 and undefeated. I am his father.
You was talking all that good shit literally 2 days before this stream, and now you too employed to care. Smack, if you too employed to care, right? Why'd you start all this drama over me misremembering one of your takes from a year ago? Listen to this.
Our 15th spat. But like that was the real straw, and then this broke the camel's back.
Smack was one of the people that bitched about one of the anniversary banners. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bitched about those too. I misremember Smack's take from April 2025, a whole fucking year ago. And this is the straw that breaks the camel's back for this performative, lying, grifting motherfucker, and leads to him doing a whole 2-hour, 30-minute stream segment on me, where he says and commits to wild shit like this. But now he's too employed. Guys, now Smack is too employed. Now he's packing up his bags. He's leaving, right? He's leaving the sandbox, and now he's going on vacation. And this is the thing. Smack had plenty of time to respond to me. This was only a day ago. Notice when his last uploaded stream was 3 days ago. Bro had 2 days. Bro had 2 days to respond. Multiple opportunities to make videos. He clearly hasn't been working very much on content. But now he's too employed. Very interesting, isn't it? What is this other than somebody realizing they might have gotten themselves into something that they actually can't deal with? That they might have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew? Because Smack, because you've decided to try to shift the story, say you're too unemployed, you're above all of this, when you've already said you're going to do so much, you're going to commit to the bit. Smack, these next 7 days, content-wise on YouTube for you are not going to be very good. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm incentivized to only farm you more. Because, bro, you was out here, you was talking all of this good shit, saying you're going to do so much. And I think this is the funniest part about all this.
Saint doesn't realize that this entire stream is going to be a ripple effect. Because everybody doesn't like you, they're going to use everything I did in the stream to shit on you. It's going to be a compound, bro. You know what I'm saying?
There's nobody making shit on this stream. Smack was so confident, right, that there was going to be droves of individuals who were going to jump at the opportunity to support him. That were going to jump at the opportunity to make follow-up content on this. Bro, do you know the only person who's actually made content on this? It's not Mr. Pokey. It's his retarded mod that actively doxed me. And he only made 2 videos on 5 hours worth of stream content. Your mod only made 2 videos that are getting piss views out of 5 videos. Or sorry, out of 5 hours of stream content. Smack, this is the only ripple that has occurred after all of your effort. And so it's obvious that this dude thought there was going to be way more stuff. That there was going to be way more things happening. That there was going to be a bunch of people jumping on the Saint hate train and supported Smack through this hard, awful, terrible time. But there's nobody, bro. It's only your mod. Literally, it's just your mod. And so clearly, he's in over his head. And because only his mod was making that content, bro.
Being honest, I'm too fucking employed to care. I contemplated it. I was like, damn, I could just leave that live stream there, watch him make 10 videos, and I'll just only have my 1 live stream, and people are still going to die laughing at this nigga, bro.
Look at him pretending that that's what's going to occur. As I'm making video after video, pulling 1K, 2K CCV total, 1K on Twitch, 1.5 on YouTube, averaging some of the highest viewership I had in my career, rinsing you on all of your past terrible fucking takes. Smack, you so insecure, you gotta start laughing at your own jokes that ain't even funny to give you the confidence boost that you need to get through this stream. But this is the thing. We gonna dredge it all back up again. We gonna go through the entire saga because I got a lot of glue prepared, Smack, and it's gonna be a fun fucking ride. Not for you though, but for the entire Gacha space. So why don't we get this shit started over here, ladies and gentlemen, and why don't we talk a bit about the maturity of this guy? Let's get this all started over here, right? By talking a bit about some of the bullshit that Smack's been saying on his streams that we still need to hold him a bit accountable for. Listen to this.
Fun fact, chat. Saint was scared to say the word retard. This is the fact.
Proof? How retarded do you have to be as a creator to just openly say some shit like that, especially about me, when I just spam the word on a literal daily basis? Proof?
He didn't start. He even told me.
Huh? Where? He's at the point, guys, where he knows he's made up so much shit during his live stream on me. He said so much random stuff with no shreds of evidence, none of it. And now he's at the point where he knows he's got to back off because he said so much unverifiable shit so confidently. That's something that only a retard would do. And we've already proven through so much of our content that Smack has a major memory issue. He has so many problems, so many concerns with actually getting information out of his head in an accurate manner. And I have no doubt at all he conjured this likely as a result of his latent CTE. Because, don't worry, we'll get into this later. There's actually an explanation for all of this. And we're going to be diving through that shit together. So this is just an example of why Smack is backing off, why Smack's picking up his toys and leaving the sandbox. He knows he said way too much fucking garbage that he's got no way to verify. And of course, when I go in and I start digging up all this stuff, ooh, not a very good look for him. Now though, right? Let's talk about this.
We got to clean up the stream, bro. It's time for me to grift into infield. It's time, boys. It's time for me to grift into my infield sponsorship. Are you ready for this?
That's how he decides to do his transition over here. So why don't we do and have a bit of a conversation about grifting? And we're going to make this a nice little condensed version. Let's just listen to what Smack has said about the bag. Let's listen to what Smack has said about his position when it comes to sponsors, game companies, and gacha takes.
I'm in this space for the bag. You're in this space because you thought this was the best space to be in. We are not the same.
But then listen to this. It's crazy how things change, guys. It's crazy how things change. Listen to this.
And when people who were born in that 10 years, which is a lot of content creators you watch today, call these things out, you need to understand we are keeping it a fucking buck. And
he's talking about Casterus, Global Passive being the straw that broke the camel's back and why everyone should quit Honkai Star Rail. He's pro player over here.
We are keeping it a fucking buck. And everything we're saying is for the betterment of gamers. Okay? Not the corporations. Gamers. Get it through your thick fucking skulls, buddy, and let it marinate like neck bone juice.
Why do you think Smack wants to back out of the drama after I have filmed and released these videos? Because you already know this dude is one of the fakest, most performative motherfuckers in the space, because how do you say that you've been grifting? You a grifter since day one. You've been in it for the bag. And this is my favorite part over here, bro. We just gotta look up the word grift. Get ready for this shit.
Saint's gonna make a video about how I'm the biggest grifter in the gacha space. Surprise, Saint. Everybody already knows that I'm in the gacha space for the bag first. I've been saying it since day one. It's to no one's surprise. Now,
I've been saying it since day one. It's to no surprise that... was this day -5 then? What?
We are keeping it a fucking buck. And everything we're saying is for the betterment of gamers. Okay? Not the corporations. Gamers.
Oh wait, that was only on February 26, 2025, and I'm pretty sure your YouTube career started 17 days ago. So, Smack just lied again. Because this is definitely not a in it for the bag take. This ain't no bag take. And the funniest thing is, guys, is the latent contradiction over here. Remember, he said since day one.
I'm in the gacha space for the bag first. I've been saying it since day one. It's to no one's surprise. Now,
but then later on in another stream, right? In his second stream, listen to this.
Yeah, I left HSR literally low key. I left HSR at the low key at the peak. I was getting 70,000 views and shit, man. That's why you can't call me a grifter.
So suddenly you said, yes, I'm a grifter. I'm in it for the bag. I've been in it since day one. And then now you're not a grifter because you left HSR during its peak when you had this whole performative fucking shit going on about keeping it a buck and all your shit being for the betterment of gamers. Wait, which one is it, bro? Like, you even grifting in the opinions that you're making. Like, you straight up flip-flopping within days. Do you see how bad this guy's memory is? I told you it was shit. I told you it was fucking terrible. And it's so bad that on a stream, April 17th over here, this is where he says he been grifting since day one, right? He say he been grifting since day one, right? On April 19th, 2 days later, he already forgot what he said. He already forgot what he said. Is it clear why Smack is running away? Is it clear why Smack is raising the white flag? Is it clear why Smack is pussying out of here at max speed? Did not make a response even though he had days to. Because this shit is indefensible. And the funniest thing is that Duke could just take down these live streams, but he knows this is the most engagement his content has seen in months. Because do you think people actually actively want to watch somebody that's flip-flopping this much on his fucking opinions? No, they're not to be trusted. Their opinion is full of shit. They will simply just bend, spread them cheeks for any company that comes by and offers them a sponsor. And that's what this dude did for Enfield. And me calling out that behavior, even if I didn't call him out by name, is what's getting this dude pissed the fuck off and has made an insane grudge against me for the longest period of time. And now that all this shit been exposed, right? And now that we got all these receipts of him being the most performative grifted fuck in the space, now he's trying to disappear. Now he's going on vacay for 7 days. Now he's running away. But that's just grifting, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the grifting part of the conversation. There's something else we got to get into over here, and we found some additional glue on this. This is not good. Y'all remember this take, right? Y'all remember this absolutely fatherless take by Gacha Smack over here. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it one more time, because we all know this is possibly the most hated take in Gacha history. Look at that. Oh my god, and it's in the first 11 minutes. That's how bad this shit is.
Real life. That should tell you something, because I know these niggas is fatherless. I know they got fatherless behavior. And I know some of these
He's talking about Ameth and how her behavior was unrealistic. No child would give a fuck about their parent sacrifices. Listen to this.
other people ain't got no children. So they don't understand jack shit about a father and a daughter.
He's like, hey, if you ain't got no daddy and if you ain't got no children, you ain't got an opinion like I do. See, since I'm Gacha Smack and I just managed to have a kid, yeah, that means that my opinion has to be worth more. But wait until you get some of the context for this situation, ladies and gentlemen.
And here's the funny thing, bro. Like, straight up, chat, straight up. Here's the funny thing. The reason why I couldn't take the father-daughter shit serious is because the daughter was doing shit no children on planet Earth would ever do. No
Ameth at this point has already grown up, by the way.
child on planet Earth gives a flying fuck about their parents sacrificing and busting their ass out there, okay? Bro, ask any parent out there, bro. Ask any parent out there, nigga.
Children?
Kids don't give a fuck about how hard you working out there, brother. And you niggas...
That take is obviously terrible, awful, retarded, dog shit, useless. But I'll tell you why Gacha Smack has this take. We got a Gacha cast from back in the day, bro. This one is ancient. Listen to this. And this will reveal everything about why Gacha Smack had that awful take regarding Wuwa 3.1 and why he has the take that no child would give a fuck about their parents.
Like, look, I want to say this one more time. I don't beat my daughter, right? But I don't know what it's like being with a motivated 12 to 14-year-old, which I'll be honest, I was a fucking nightmare from 12 to 14 years old. I think we all were at some point.
He just openly admits to being a dog shit son. He just openly admits to being a terrible child to his parents. He just openly says reveals via anecdote, that he's a terrible, terrible child. And that's what he was to his parents. And so, because he was a stain, he's implying that every child out there was fucking terrible too.
think it is when people beat their kids most at times is it's a lack of emotional control, right? But what's funny is my dad never beat our ass with emotion. It was just purely like a principle. Like, you did what you weren't supposed to do. You're gonna get these 5 lashes, son. I'm not mad at you, but you just got to get these 5 lashes. And so it's funny when I view this from that perspective, because it's ultimately punishment.
And so he just confirms, yeah, Gacha Smack got beat up by his dad because he was an awful fucking kid. Doesn't it kind of make sense why he's just so upfront about this, right?
Bro, I ask any parent out there, bro. Ask any parent out there, nigga.
No. Probably could just ask yours, to be honest, because you openly just said you were an awful fucking kid. So awful, apparently, that you needed corporal punishment to get your shit sorted out. And then Gacha Smack out here, right, is just being definitive. He just being straight up. He's just saying that every other kid was just like me when I was a kid. And that doesn't really make that much sense, does it? Gacha Smack, just because you are or were, probably still are, an awful human being, just because you had those characteristics early on in your life, that doesn't mean that every other kid on God's green earth was as fucking demonic as you. And the crazy thing is, Gacha Smack, the crazy thing is, information like this about how you got manhandled, beat up by your daddy back in the day, this ain't shit you should be sharing on a podcast, if I'm gonna be honest. This should be shit that you're sharing with your therapist. Because clearly, this whole corporal punishment that you've been dealing with in your childhood has had lasting impacts. Because we got this to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for this one? One thing that Gacha Smack really wanted to do, right, to sort of resolve the situation, between me and him.
Like, if we really was beefing the way me and Saint were beefing, the next step that I would do, I would call him and I would say, hey, brother, it's clear we hate each other's guts. It's clear you don't like me. You can't stop talking about me. Let's be men about this shit. With your consent, we can go into a boxing ring. We can go into the mats. With your consent, I will come to your location. Send me location.
His way of resolving beef over Gacha Game Takes. And remember, the origin of this was me misremembering. I said, I'm pretty sure. Misremembering with room for doubt about what he said over a year ago. His resolution to that is to go fight me. Remember how I've been saying this dude operates like an ogre? He's a product of Saruman? Bro actually built like that, mentally. How do you even decide that that's an appropriate outlet for a disagreement over a gacha game take? Oh, wait. You the dude out here openly admitting, for some odd fucking reason, that you just been getting beat up your entire life. So it makes sense. Guys, there's an explanation for everything. Smack, physicality, all this shit, that's pretty much all he knows about at this point. He's at the point where he's taking, like, trauma from his childhood, he's applying it to the entire Wuthering Waves community and saying people are retarded if they don't have trauma like him from their childhood. And now he's taking it into gacha game take disagreements and demanding, right, that people get into fights with him to resolve disagreements. Do you see just how absurd this guy is? Bro, this has to be one of the most actually, like, mentally troubled CCs in the space. Literally projecting his childhood trauma onto everybody else through every outlet possible. Through Wuthering Waves 3.1 story game takes, he applies that trauma there, and then over here he tried to apply that shit over here too. Imagine trying to fight somebody, bro, over gacha game takes. Imagine trying to fucking do that. Bro, what's wrong with you? Are fists the only language you know as a person? Bro, do you need anger? Do you need, like, fucking therapy? Do you need anger management? Imagine admitting and saying all this shit publicly when you got this much of a backlog, admitting all of your personal issues. Saying kids don't care about your parents' sacrifices. Matt, that's just you. You were just a shitty kid. You're just a terrible son. It is what it is. All the proof we need is over here, you admitting to everything. And so then, for you to go ahead, take all these issues that you have, and then be unilaterally applying them across the space to other CCs, to your viewers, to players of a game, good God. Remember what I said before, that fighting seems to be the main language that this guy knows? It is probably extremely likely that this dude has got into a shit ton of fights. Why do you think his face looked like this? Brother, why do you think his face looked like this? Fists were the language communicated to him during his childhood, and fists, probably the language that he communicated in across his teenage years. And this is the end result. You got one of the most fucked up looking tooth lines on the planet. Bro looks like he's from the UK. And that's impressive. Maybe that's why him and Ryuku are such good friends. They bond over having the most fucked up dental work in gacha gaming. Do y'all see now, if you haven't seen it before, why Gacha Smack is pussying out? Because there's more links out there. There's more glue out there. There's more stones that still have yet to be unturned. There's even more admissions from Gacha Smack. There's even more pieces of glue, evidence, that paint this guy as an even bigger freak, as an even more maladjusted individual. This is what I'm going to leave you off with over here. Now that you've seen him talk so much game, now that you've seen him back off, give the reasons, the excuse for why he's going to back off, and then of course, you get the full laundry list of just how fucked up this guy's history is. Listen to this. He's talking about my views. Oh, this is where the ogre picture is from.
Why Saint getting views? He's hate. I mean, he has hate watchers. Yeah. To be honest though, like, I mean, I wouldn't pursue that path at all. Bro ends that, and he turns off that camera and is depressed, guys. I'll be real.
Smack, you the one that been openly admitting that you got beat up in your childhood, that you never loved like you don't love your parents, you don't care about the sacrifices that they made, you did all of this shit. You out here saying that I'm the one that's depressed when literally that's all shit that you've admitted to.
Any well-adjusted individual will take that. He turns that camera off and is.
And he's out here talking about well-adjusted individuals. Smack, does it sound well-adjusted to be challenging other CCs to a fight in a boxing ring over gacha game disagreements? Does it sound well-adjusted to say that no child gives a fuck about their parents and their sacrifices and the effort that they put in? Smack, does it sound well-adjusted to talk about how you got beat up during your childhood on a random podcast call instead of saving that conversation for the therapist that you desperately need? No. Right? No, it really doesn't. And does it sound well-adjusted to take that childhood trauma and then unilaterally apply it to gacha game communities? Your takes to other CCs and all of that? No. Smack, you gotta be one of the most maladjusted individuals in the fucking space. And we've gone through everything that shows it. You emotionally stunted. Got the fucking EQ of a toddler. You grift like your life depends on it. Because you know your channel is not doing well, views-wise. And the end result is, well, I get to farm that. Because you decided, Smack, remember, don't forget this. You started this. You literally decided that me misremembering one of your takes from a year ago, and then actually even saying, I'm pretty sure, not even definitive about it. I said, I'm pretty sure, and you decided that was an appropriate launching pad for an entire 2-hour, 30-minute stream, talking shit about me the whole time, promising that you were going to respond, promising that you were going to farm me as well. But now you backing off, tail tucked between your legs, pussying out in the most bitch-made way the gacha space has ever seen. That's the truth regarding the matter. And so once again, I got a perfect line to play over here when it comes to why this is happening to Smack. Right? Why this is happening to Pussau Smack. And we'll use his own words himself.
And I think Asmon would say this exact same thing if he was in any way affiliated with you. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Okay? You're not a victim. If you are willing to get into that arena and start swinging that fucking sword, and people start swinging back, you don't say, ref, why are they swinging at me? You don't jump.
But look at him say all that shit but it's so obvious.
Just continuing on, because I'm too employed to care about this. If I'm being honest, I'm too fucking employed to care.
He's calling ref and running out of the ring. He's calling ref.
Saint's out of pocket over here. I'm out of here.
This is the same dude that made that whole little speech about being a gladiator entering the arena. He enters it himself with this stream, and now he's running the fuck away.
Jump out of the arena and go, hold on, man, this isn't fair. You stand on it.
Stand on it. Smack, why are you running? Why are you running away? These are your own words. Stand on it. Stand on business. Where the two who react at, bro? Respond to my videos. Address the grifting. Address your 3.1 takes. Address some shit, man. Stand on business. Why are you running? Why are you running? Stand on it, brother. Because right now, you running away while you doing tricks on it.
You're not a victim. This is absurdity.
It is. It's absurdity for somebody to talk this much shit. Say that you're gonna do all of this stuff, bro. Say that you an expert in drama farming. That you gonna rinse me. You gonna cook me if I dare respond. And I do more than enough, right? I do more than enough when it comes to responding. And now you back it off. Now you run it away.
Farming drama ain't nothing to be fucking bragging home about. I excel at this shit.
Prove it. Where are you at? Smack, where you at?
And I kept that in for your sake.
Look at this. That's the real Gacha Smack, ladies and gentlemen. Talks about standing on business, talks about having integrity, talks about having morals, talks about all this shit. Talks about what he's so good at, talks about the fact that he gonna respond in kind, rinse me, cook me, serve me up in a stew. But instead, he just goes radio silent and runs away. He goes radio silent for 2 days, then runs away. Does that sound like standing on business to you? That sounds a bit more like calling the ref, asking for a timeout, and then running away like a little bitch. Bitcha Smack. Pussa Smack. We'll come up with a third nickname later. But that's just the reality over here. And so like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, the narrative that Smack's gonna have is that he's too employed. He can't care about this anymore. The issue is beneath him. Can't really say that when you're the one that started it. And you're the one that said you were gonna continue it. And you already committed to everything. It's too late to back off now without looking like the biggest bitch in the gacha space. Because that is currently your identity. To start this drama, knowing that you got your vacation planned, it's not like you bought the plane tickets yesterday, homie. What? Did you buy the plane tickets for this fucking vacation yesterday, bro? Did you get invited yesterday? You knew this shit was coming up, but you started this heat anyways when you knew you couldn't continue it. And now, don't be out here using this as some excuse for why you decided to bitch out, because it doesn't work. When you knew all this stuff was coming, bro out here, he pretend to be Rambo, bro. This bro more like Usain Bolt, just running the fuck away. What do you mean? Hey, man, he should have challenged me to a 100-meter sprint instead of a boxing match. All this guy knows how to do is run. And that's all the proof you need, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.